Yep. Could have worn a tie though. And you, is that the best shirt you got? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So we're all clear today. We're doing a rehearsal for the OPM44 reunion.
Yep.
In Sydney, obviously, world's best city.
And Melbourne.
Well, we'll get there. So let's just have a read through. And firstly, can we patch everyone in?
I'm here, guys.
We're missing Parrington.
Don't worry, mate. He's not even Australian.
Nah.
Anyway, just by the by, I heard that Jackie and Linda want to come to the Australia reunion.
Really? That's all right, but as long as they pay for themselves.
Good God, George. Money, money, money. Is that all you think about?
Well, we want everybody to come along. We want it to be value for money.
Oh, George, with the Aussie dollar the way it is, I don't think anybody's in any trouble.
Okay, so guys, the theme is morning talk show, all right? So the hosts are Dave, myself and George, and you guys are like on-the-ground reporters, and we'll be throwing to you, for example, Bruce, you can talk through the Melbourne Cup and what a great national event that is. Jeremy, you're to talk about the weather in Melbourne, Sydney and Cairns. And Parrington, if you're up alive and working, the whole idea is that you tell everyone how easy it is to get to Australia. Make sure you give Qantas a plug too.
So should I read my script now?
Well, George, that is the whole point of a rehearsal.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, so we welcome everybody to Australia and then we encourage them to come down to Melbourne where Bruce and I will be able to entertain them.
The whole thing should have been in Melbourne. It is the nation's capital, in my opinion. And we have the Melbourne Cup, the richest horse race in the world that stops the nation. We all have the day off work, actually, which is kind of good. But we have sheikhs, we have princesses, queens. I mean, even Jack would come down for it. I mean, it's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be the biggest party of the whole damn thing.
Well, staying in Melbourne, you'll be able to get to the track by boat and then we can have a great time of the nightlife.
Really, Melbourne will be the party of the trip. But I'll accept the pre-party of the trip. By coming to Melbourne, you will get to understand and experience the Melbourne way of life.
You mean boring?
We don't do boring. There's a reason, Dave, why there's no Housewife of Sydney.
Because there's too much to do in Sydney.
Anyway, when we're filming, we'll just ad-lib, we can make it up along the way.
So then Sydney.
Sydney, Sydney, Sydney. It's the greatest city in Australia. I think most people will come direct to Sydney. That's where the main OPM44 reunion is going to be held.
Sure is, and we'll be staying at the magnificent Intercontinental, which is right on Sydney Harbour.
Are you going to go through all the activities?
Yeah. So Dave and I'll go through all the activities, and we've got a full gambit booked, right? Whether we're going to a barbecue, beach cricket, sailing on the harbour, the Sydney Harbour Bridge climb, you name it, we're doing it. We're having dinner at some of the best places, and the gala finale dinner is off the charts.
And we'll have lots of activities organised like golf, deep sea fishing, there'll be scenic helicopter flights, you'll be able to go bushwalking or even take a surfing lesson.
And obviously, plenty of time to go shopping and go to any of the great Sydney beaches.
And what about kids, Jack? Are they invited?
Yeah, there's plenty for them to do, whether it's Luna Park, Taronga Zoo, going to the aquariums, beaches, jet boating on the harbour. We will have some combined kids and adult events, but they obviously can't come to the adults-only events.
That group?
It'll be epic. Whether you're single, a couple, or with your family, we've custom designed the whole program so that it's both inclusive and private, and everything's sorted out so it'll be easy.
What about the kids at night?
Well, obviously kids can't come to all the dinners, but you know, we've got them sorted with babysitters, and I mean, it's Sydney. They can wander around on their own.
Right, Jack. So you know so much about kids. Okay, what about after Sydney?
After Sydney? Cairns. Well, Port Douglas, actually.
Oh, that's a real family spot.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure everyone's going to want to go there.
Yeah, for sure. And what have you got organised, Jack?
The basics. We'll go out on the Quicksilver out to the Barrier Reef. We'll go to the Daintree Forest, go to Crocodile Farms. It'll be great.
Kids. Again, they can do heaps of things. They can go golfing, fishing, diving, four-wheel driving, and they can even go walkabout.
Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll throw to Jeremy, and he can talk about the weather.
The weather in Melbourne will be fine. The weather in Sydney will be fine. And the weather in Port Douglas will also be fine.
Make sure he points to each city and puts a sun with a smiley face on it.
Yep, good idea.
What about Parrington?
Well, we'll throw to him at some exotic destination, like in Venice, where he'll say...
Getting to Australia is really easy at this time of year. Qantas have got lots of flights. They've got a great service. First and business class seats are excellent. Hey, they'll make the flight feel really short and you'll enjoy getting here as much as you enjoy staying in Australia.
Whew, motivational.
Yeah, that's plenty. Do you think it's now we should tell everyone that he's British and not Australian?
Guys, let's stay on track and make sure he gives Qantas a plug.
Okay, so any questions or shall we start filming?
Oh, can't we break for lunch first?
Not lunch, but hair and makeup. Let's
Good
go.
idea, Jack.